Has this ever happened to you after dropping off a passenger at the international airport? Well, this is what I do after ending the trip. I always go in and check to see that I've got both Comfort and UberX on. Then I make my way down slowly towards the Uber Rideshare layup area at the International. But I only go in if I get a rematch. But something strange happened to me today, and I would like to know if this has ever happened to you before. Just as I drove past the entry to the Uber layup area at the International Airport, I get this message pop up on the screen. I quickly accepted it, thinking that it was a rematch. It was a pop-up asking me to navigate to the layup area. Then I realised it was the layup area at the domestic airport. The map was showing that it was surging, and I'm only a few minutes away, so why not? So I make my way over to the domestic, thinking that I'll probably get an offer of a trip before I even arrive there, seeing that it's surging. It's just after 10 a.m. on a Friday. Peak hours over. Hopefully I'll get a nice little surge trip to the city from the airport. So I arrive at the domestic layup area for Rideshare. And for those of you who haven't been here, you get 30 minutes for free to park in here. So I drive in here and I wait. So when I started this video, it was 10:03. You can see the time in the top left-hand corner of the screen. In the bottom of the screen, you can see where I am in the queue. So I decided to wait a little while, but I soon realised that this was a bad decision. The area map was showing a surge, but now I'm in a queue of 16 to 20 cars on UberX. So let me show you what happened. If you watch the numbers up the top, the time, and then watch the numbers down the bottom, you'll also see that I gave up and I drove out of there. But watch how long it takes for the UberX queue to move. So what would you have done in this situation? Would you have stayed at the airport and waited? How long would it have taken, do you think? I had to be somewhere at 11:30, so taking the risk that I would end up getting a trip from here that was going to the northern beaches or far out west, all of a sudden wasn't worth it anymore, waiting another 20 minutes. Would you have stayed, or would you have not even come in the first place? Looking back on this, I think my best option would have been to head straight towards the Sydney Marrickville area, straight after I left the International. In the end, it wasn't worth it. So what do you do when you don't get a rematch at the International? Do you head towards the city? Do you head towards Brighton? Do you head towards the inner west? Or do you just drive around over to the domestic to see what's going on there?